Well, let's get straight to the next IPO that debuted today. Zaggle, the prepaid ocean services. That's the other stock that listed. Well, we have with us Mr. Raj Narayanam, who is the executive chairman of the company and is joining us on the show to discuss the company's plans post-listing. Well, morning, sir. Congratulations on a listing. It was a flattish to mildly positive listing, but now we'll be interacting a lot more from here on. Now, we know most of your business model because you joined us even earlier. But now, since we have you post-listing, well, you have the liberty of giving us some numbers. So let's get straight to that. You've managed to grow by revenues of close to 30% CAGR. Will that continue? Point number one. And point number two, can you replicate the 16% margin levels like you did in FY22? Give us a range in both those two.
Sure. So, thank you very much for having me on the show. So what we expect is that 16% was like, very, very decent margin. We expect, to be in the mid double digits, over a long period of time. That's our aim. And that is what, we are planning to do.
Double digits, but could be very, very big band, right, sir? Could you narrow that band down? And also in terms of revenue growth, what are you looking at?
So revenue growth, it's ours is a extremely new industry which has got tremendous TAM. So we expect the revenues to grow in very, very high double digits. So which is last 2 years we have been doing that. Last 3 years, actually 4 years we have been doing that, and we expect the same trend to continue.
Mr. Narayanam, good morning. Firstly, congratulations on your listing. It's a big day for you as well. But your FY23 operating cash flows were negative, and they were mainly led by a high receivables cycle. And so what are your working capital needs as of now, and what is your outlook going forward on this? When do you hope to turn cash flow positive?
So, I think this year currently we are already, cash flow positive, in the current year. And, what we expect, that was like one-off, because you have to do March 31st, and that's how, the receivables were high. But, we are constantly working on, the working capital needs. And I don't think, ours is a business which doesn't require too much of working capital. And what we hope is that, it is going to significantly come down, in the coming months, quarters, years.
Right. And any inorganic growth plans that you have, Mr. Narayanam? Any strategic acquisitions, investments that are on the anvil?
So, we are constantly, looking for acquisitions, which are either in the adjacent space or in adjacent geography. So we are constantly looking at companies which could be a bit accretive for us. We are highly focused on profits, and we, if we come across any company which possibly, would fit in that criteria, we'll definitely go ahead and do that.
But is there something on the anvil, Mr. Narayanam? Do we hear an announcement anytime soon?
May not in the coming 2 quarters, but maybe post that.
Okay, post that. But so maybe towards the end of this fiscal, or maybe early next year is what we could look at, right?
Early next year is how, we would look at it.
All right, so you'll be bringing New Year's with a bang then, looks like, given that we'll be hearing something from you. What could the rough investment acquisition size be?
Sure. So, we are constantly, looking at companies, in the range of, about 50 to 100 crores, in top line, and about 15 to 20 crores in profit is, what is an ideal size. But, companies can, we can actually even absorb a very, very large company as well. So, depends on, how it is fitting in our criteria, would depend. And, then, of course, the board would take a decision whether, we would like to go ahead, with that particular acquisition or no.
All right. In terms of a business, what's your dependence on third-party payment networks, channel partners? If you could give us a rough number. If
you look at it, the third-party networks are, in India. If you look at, if you have to do business, on the rails, you have to partner with third-party networks, and we are dependent on any of the 3 networks, which is RuPay, Mastercard, or Visa.
Thank you so much, Mr. Narayan, for joining us. It's a big day for you as well. Many congratulations once again on your listing.